Hello again, and welcome back, everybody, to another edition of the Rural Report. I am your Rural 2IC, and as you just witnessed on that, this is going to be one of the Pew Pew reviews. Okay, now, real quick before I get started, I want to give an update. I did do the review from our friends over at Ford Holster Company, and so when this video came out, so the day that I went to the gun store, I wanted to do my concealed carry. And so I did take my Ford holster with me. Now, this one here has my Taurus GC3 in there. And I have to say, I've been carrying this quite a bit, but this is really becoming one of my new favorite holsters. I completely can't tell it's there. It is absolutely phenomenal. And so I want to give a shout out to the guys over at Ford Holster Company. Absolutely superb. Thank you so much. I absolutely love it. So let's put that over there. Now, if you watched the video on Sunday, I did give out a little bit of a teaser that I went over to the gun store, and I did end up going in and purchasing something here. So we'll go ahead and we're going to get into this one, and then I'm going to also show you I bought a little bit of some other stuff too. So let's go ahead and do an unboxing on this one. As you can see, still wrapped in plastic and everything. So this is going to be an actual unboxing of it. So let me get all the paperwork and things out of the way, and we will break this one open. All right. So if I can open this, get the plastic and everything out of the way there, so that way everybody knows. Let's just go ahead and do it. Okay, completely empty. I just took it out of the box, so everybody should know. All right, pull this out. So there you go. This right here, as you can see, this is a Smith & Wesson. This is the EZ Sheild, and this is in the Super 30 caliber. Okay, so absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous piece right here. Really, really love it. And let's get into some of the specifics of this. So when we are going through and we are talking about this on the specs, so this is what I would do as a concealed carry. This right here is just a hair over an inch wide at 1.04 inches. The length of this comes in at 6.8 inches, and then the height of this is just over 5 at 5.05 inches. Now, the weight of this, it's a little heavy. So, unloaded, you are talking about 23.6 ounces. So, this is what they are calling their micro compact. It is a little heavy, and it might be a little too heavy for some. Now, this does come with two of the 10 round magazines brand new in the box. So this will be a 10 plus one, so you can carry one in the chamber. And so right out of the box, it gives you the ability to have 21 rounds. Now, this does come with the white dot for your front sight. This does not have anything, so this is not an optics ready. You do have adjustment for windage and everything. Now, the safeties on this is that there is safety on the side, as well as here is your other safety. There's a lot of people when they go into concealed carry that if they put one in the chamber, that something's going to hit the trigger there and they're afraid they're going to blow their leg off or whatever. This has to be in order to pull that trigger. So this is one of the ones that, for those of you out there that are hesitant, there's a few steps in order to fire this. So this is a black stainless steel finish. Again, it does come with two magazines. This one, the reason why I picked it up is that it was a really, really good price, as well as they're doing a $50 rebate on it. So you pay full price then, and then in a couple of weeks you can get that $50 back. So the way that they're putting this out, they're saying that this is one of the easiest to rack firearms that they kind of put out. They're saying that the size and everything is really good for concealed carry. Now, to give you the size difference, okay? So here is this, here is this, okay? So a little bit on the smaller side on the Taurus here, but let me put this back in there. This still is pretty compact. Okay, now the Taurus is 9. This is a Super 30. I do like that this does come with the Picatinny rail down here. So that does give you the option of putting a laser or flashlight or something along those lines. The grip is really, really nice. They do on the angle. They're very passionate about. They got the right degree of angle. This does feel really nice in the hand. So I like the way that they did this. As soon as they handed it to me across the counter, I was kind of already in love with it. Now, we can get into all the different things when it comes to this on what it is. There's a bunch of people that's going to say, why do you waste money on a Super 30? You should have just bought a 9. 9mm is more common. You're going to be able to find ammo and parts. The shooting difference and performance and things like that when you get into the ballistic analysis and stuff from a Super 30 to a 9 is so comparable, it shouldn't even exist and things. I get all the different talking points, okay? So if you want to see, and this is some of Hornaday's um, critical defense rounds, just so that way you get the idea of what a Super 30 round looks like. That is a Super 30 round critical defense, okay? So, you know, and I will take, and actually, let me pop one of these out so that way we can compare it to what a 9mm looks like. And so here is a 9mm, and here is a Super 30. Okay. Uh, to the naked eye, maybe from a distance, it might be a little hard to tell the difference even. So, but there it is. There's a Super 30 next to a 9mm. Now, for me, this is going to go into my rotation on concealed carry. I bought it for that as its intended purpose. And so I did. I went ahead and I picked up, some of the Hornady critical defense, and then to go through and to get some of the range time in, I also went and got some of the just regular brass blazers. So that way I can get some range time and everything. Give this a few shots down range and all that, just so that way I can have some fun and whatnot. Now, while I was there, they did do a little bit for me on offering me another Smith piece here. So this is kind of like a multi-tool. You get a little carabiner and this blade here. Pick that up on sale for about $14.99. So I did pick that up, as well as I got 2 boxes of the blazer, the firearm, the ammo there. I did, because every time you go, you always got to pick up some P30 mags, right? And I did pick up a few more of the green tip for my 5.56. So it was a good day, right? Going over there. Now, when it comes down to this as a firearm, I will go through and I will, once I do some firing, the range was closed down today for maintenance, so I was not able to fire. But once I do that, then I will be able to give you guys a full review on the firing aspect, at least from my point of view. Now, when I get asked this question, because I know I'm probably going to, you're going to have proponents of the people that love it, and you're going to have the same people that hate it. You'll get the people that, why would you buy a Super 30? You should have bought a 9. You'll get the people that are interested in the Super 30, and so they will ask questions, what's it feel like compared to this or compared to that? And I'm probably the wrong person to ask. I'm as much of a 2A guy as there is. I'm a very big advocate for it. But when it comes down to it, it's all about personal preferences. Okay, when I tell you I like it because it feels great in my hand size is different than yours. The power of my finger is different. The length from the trigger to the handle, it's all different. And so it's all about personal preference. For me, I can handle the recoil. Maybe it's too much for you. Maybe it's too small and you want a full size. Maybe you want, whatever. When it comes to any one of these, you're going to have to go down to the range. You're going to have to put something in your hand. You're going to have to take and get to where you find something that works for you. Okay. Take name brand out of it, take color out of it, take all that stuff out of it. Find something that works for you. It needs to be comfortable, it needs to function, and then you need to be proficient in it. Okay. I get too many people that they get wrapped up in the name brand. Does not matter about the name brand. Okay. We do this when it comes to survival. You get a guy that has a bunch of gear and items and everything else. He's got 3 warehouses full of food, water, medicine, everything else. If SHTF happens and the balloon goes up, if he doesn't survive, it doesn't matter. Okay. And it's the same thing when it comes to firearms. Whether you have a high point or a kimber, if the high point functions and does the job and you're safe, who cares? Okay. Same thing with the one over here. If the guy has a kimber and for whatever reason it malfunctions, or the ammo malfunctions, or you're not proficient and it doesn't do what your intended purpose is, then what's the point? It doesn't matter about name brand or color. It's about, are you proficient with the tool in your hand? Okay, I can't say it any more clear than that. Uh, Most of everything comes down to the operator. It's that whole thing when it comes to vehicles. If and I know the saying, nothing stock about a stock car, but the whole purpose of like NASCAR is that each car is supposed to be built to the same specification, and it's about the driver. Maybe a bad analogy, I get it, but when it comes to firearms, it's all going to be about your level of skill. How comfortable are you? How much range time do you have? Do you go and practice indoors? Do you practice outdoors? Do you practice at nighttime in the snow, in the rain? Do you practice standing up? Do you practice kneeling down, laying down? Do you practice as you move and fire? Do you practice unholster and fire? There's a bunch of different things that go into it. I don't care about how much you paid for it. If you have no practice, it's not impressive. I don't care. Okay. I'm not saying that I'm the greatest shot in the world because I'm far from it. Okay. But I do go out and I practice. I feel pretty confident that I am very proficient in what I want to get done if the time arises and things like that. My The way that I train is in very much of a defensive factor. Mine is to hold ground. If somebody makes the mistake of trying to kick my door in, that is what my training is intended for. And so, mine is not on the offensive. Mine's not to go overtake a building or anything like that. Mine is to make sure that myself and my family is safe. So when it comes to these, uh, find what works for you. Find something that fits. Find something you're comfortable with. Find something that's in your price range and your budget, and then train, train, train. Okay. Uh, there's a lot that goes into this. Do your homework. Find something that you feel confident in. Same thing goes with ammo. You can have the best and the greatest car, but if you put junk gasoline into it, uh, how well is it really going to run? Same thing with your firearm. You can have the greatest firearm ever made, but if you to put the wrong ammo into it, you know. So do your research, do your due diligence when it comes to this. This is a tool that is life saving. So do what you can. If you don't feel comfortable and you're like, hey, they're scary, I don't want anything to do with it. I get it. It's not for everybody, but you need to have something to defend yourself. find something that you're comfortable with. I don't care if it's bear spray or whatever. Make sure that you have a way to defend yourself. So I'm done rambling. That's all I've got for you guys today. So thank you so much for spending a little bit of your time with me. If you made it this far in the video, guess what? You rock. I appreciate you. And then I hope you have an amazing day. I hope you have a blessed day. I want you to stay tuned because there's definitely more information to come. With that, I want to remind you to remain united. We're all prepping in this together.